to another one of our Christmas routines. So this track is Santa Baby. It's very slow, yeah? It's one where you've kind of really got to put your personality and your facial expressions into the routine as well, okay? Because this is the problem. When we have too much time, we start panicking, we start thinking, and you know, we kind of sort of actually make more mistakes than if we're going quite fast, because at that point we haven't got time to think. So whilst some of the moves transition through quite quickly, the song itself, the beat itself behind the track is quite slow. So be prepared to kind of really loosen up in yourself and find that inner cheek about you, okay? And that's exactly what all of our Christmas routines are about, yeah? So our Christmas routines are all about the cheekiness, the sassiness, the wink wink, the nudge nudge, just how burlesque should be, okay? It's less saucy, less seductive. But let me tell you, learn this routine, and then once you've learnt it, dress yourself up, put on your Santa outfit, put on a Santa hat, and then really give it some cheek, some sass, some welly, and video yourself doing it, because actually when you're dressed up and you're doing it dressed up, it does have a completely different look on it. Okay guys, so I'm actually going to teach you this routine in my heels. Apart from the fact it gives me a bit of a nicer body line, my God, do my quads feel it. So if you're feeling brave, or if you want a good leg workout, do feel free to pop your heels on. Make sure that they're suitable for the flooring that you're working with, okay? Because sometimes heels can get caught on carpets and stuff. Ultimately, your tread underneath if it's too slippery. So think about what heels you're wearing for this routine. Like I say, it is quite a slow routine anyway. But yeah, I'm going to make my quads work really hard and put my heels on for the routine. So with the start of this routine, we have our chair facing sideways, okay? So as always, you're going to be my audience, and I just want you to mirror image what I'm doing. If you're doing this in class with your instructor, use these videos as a reminder of what you're doing, but please don't let this video confuse your left and rights and that sort of thing. Do what you're doing in class and just use this as a recap, okay? Otherwise, like I say, mirror image what I'm doing, and that should make it a little bit easier to follow along. If at any point you may want to turn your chair at slightly different angles to better see what I'm doing and practice what you're doing, then go for it, yeah? As long as you're comfortable and you're having fun, that's all that matters. Let's get started. Our chair is on our side, okay? The music kicks in quite quickly, and for that reason, we're going to do 6 of the first move. So I want you to think about putting yourself in a nice tabletop, okay? Now, pull that tummy in, keep that chest lifted and strong, and lift that tailbone to the rear corner, okay? What you don't want to do is hunch over your chair and let everything bulk up under here, yeah? Lift the chest, lift the tailbone, get a nice long leg, but don't lock the knees out, all right? And think about a bit of a tabletop position. You can do it from here, but again, it's about your body posture, okay? If you're here, you're not going to give yourself a good look. So if you are needing to be closer to that chair, come on up, keep yourself nice and strong. Again, my bum is pushed back, my chest is lifted, and I'm holding myself in and tall, all right? But the move itself is just bouncing between the feet. So, nice and strong, bum pushed out, doesn't matter which leg, but you're just going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then you're going to come up, place your hands by the rib cage, and you're going to strut in front of your chair, but you need to make sure you're a few steps ahead of your chair, because in a moment we're going to turn around, and I don't want any of you to hit your head on the chair, okay? So make sure you are clear of your chair. Don't hug your chair too much. Let me show you that again. So we're bouncing between the legs, 6 times, but I also want you to get the whole body involved, yeah? Think about your facial expressions. Think about how you'd be engaging with the audience. You don't want to be looking ahead and not engaging with anybody. You want to be you know, constantly engaging with them. So in your tabletop position, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, up and walk. Okay? From there, she comes in with Santa Baby. So, what we're going to do is we're going to take the shoulders back, yeah, and get that chest wiggling, and we're going to do a downward stroke and up, okay? And that is your Santa Baby. So when she comes in with the vocals, you're just walking forward, stopping just before that, Santa Baby, okay? You're then going to take your leg, you're going to turn away from the audience with 1 step, and then just square off with a 2nd step. Now remember I said to you, I'm envisaging you all in lovely red Santa dresses with a hat on. So this next bit is going to be a flash move, okay? So what you would do is you would take your skirt, you will just lean forward, and as you do, you'll flick your dress up and reveal whatever you've got on underneath. Assuming you've got something on underneath, I suppose. All right, so you would go flick up. Let me show you that again. So you've gone Santa Baby, turn, turn, flash. Okay? Now the other thing is when you turn, do have those legs apart a little bit. It does look better when you're kind of flashing underneath. The posture that the body shows and the leg line does look that little bit more smoother and feminine if you have got a bit of a stance. Whether you come with a wide stance or a hip wide stance, yeah, you'll find that that does look better than a closed leg stance. The other one you could try is a cross leg stance. You may want to video yourself doing a couple of sort of forward flashes to see what it looks like, but I do find the hip width or the wide leg stance gives that leg line a much better posture, okay? So let's put all those moves together without the music. We're going to do it from the beginning to the flash, all right? So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, lift and walk and Santa Baby, turn, turn, flash. Yeah? Let's get the music on and give it a go with the music. Now remember, it comes straight in, okay? So I'm going to press play and your 6 is going to start immediately. Here we go. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Down for Santa Baby. Turn. Just flip the table under the tree. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Down for Santa Baby. Turn. Just flip the table under the tree. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Down for Santa Baby. Turn. Just flip the table under the tree. Well done, guys. Okay, let's look at the next few moves. So you have just flashed at your audience, yeah? You're then going to bring yourself and turn yourself back to the side, so you're side on with your audience. From there, again, hands either on the hips or up on the rib cage. You're just going to push your hip up towards the audience twice, okay? So it's hip, hip. Then she says, I've been an awful good girl. So what you're going to do is you're going to do the halo sweep and then come down and just stroke the body. Yeah, and again, think about your facial expressions. I can't tell you how important they are, especially in a song like this. So we've done 1, 2, arm closest to the audience, comes up for a head sweep, and then you come down through the neck, and you'll probably get down just to the top part of your chest. Okay? From there, you turn back to the audience because you've got another Santa baby. Okay? And then she says, hurry down the chimney tonight. You're going to strike that leg out. You're going to take your fingers. You're going to lean to the side. Again, think about the rest of your body, yeah? Don't hunch over. Keep it lifted. Bum push back. Chest lifted. You're going to walk, 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 walk. When you hear the word tonight, you're going to take your hand. You're going to snake stroke up your leg and bring yourself together. Okay? So I'll show you that again. We have gone 1, 2, halo and stroke. Turn to the audience. Santa baby, leg out. Hurry down the chimney tonight. And you bring that leg on up and back in. Okay? So, let's put that together with the music from the very beginning. And please remember, even though I do it once with you, with the music, that's your opportunity to just stop right there, pause, and keep going back and doing it with the music, and then just join me for the next few moves when you're ready. Down for Santa baby. Turn. Hips. Halo. Down the leg. So hurry down the chimney tonight. Down for Santa baby. Turn. Hips. Halo. Down the leg. So hurry down the chimney tonight. Down for Santa baby. Turn. Hips. Halo. Down the leg. So hurry down the chimney tonight. Brilliant stuff. Let's carry on. So you've just walked down your leg, you've snake trailed back up, and you've brought your leg in. Now what you're going to do is turn towards your chair. You're going to walk towards your chair, okay? You're going to take your leg and flick over your chair, okay? You've then got Santa baby again. So, 2 options here. You can use your chair to sass your way down, okay? Making sure those shoulders move, okay? They really need to create that move for you. Or you can down your legs, all right? I find sometimes if I'm doing just the chair, I can get a little bit stiff in my shoulders, whereas by doing my legs, I've got a bit more free movement, Okay, so up to you. Leg over the chair, Santa baby, slide it on down, chair or legs. She's then talking about cars, okay? Now this is the point where I'm imagining you all with your lovely Santa hats on, okay? So you're going to take the arms out front, you're going to take your head, you're going to twist your wrists forward and back, but you're also going to flick your head. Think about your hat flicking, okay? So you'll go forward, back, forward, back. All right? Hands on. And then we'll learn the next few moves in a moment. So let me show you that again. We've just done stroke down the leg, come up. We turn to the chair, we walk, 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 come on over. You'll hear a beat in the music, and that's when you know your leg needs to be over for Santa baby. Then when you hear it, Santa baby, arms out, forward, back, forward, back. And remember, you're side on with the audience at this point, okay? So make sure those moves really come with some effort. Make it almost a little bit schoolgirl-like, yeah? This kind of isn't really like a move we would do as a sassy, saucy adult, is it really? Think of sort of like a schoolgirl move, yeah? Just pass your driving test, that sort of era. Okay, so let's put the music on. Let's do it from the very beginning with the music. On top of the chair, but I just lift myself up into tabletop and I just slide my chair out from underneath me a little bit, okay? Now, depending on your flooring, your chair, or the grip on your chair, you may find that's not quite as easy to do with two hands on the top. If that's the case, one hand on the top, one hand between the groin, and it just helps with that slide, okay? Either way, once you're here, what you're going to do is you're going to have a cheeky little wiggle. And then she's saying, I'll wait up for you, dear. So what we're going to do is thrust those arses up in the air, a little bit ladylike style, okay? And this is where your legs are definitely going to get a good workout. So from your little wiggle here, you're going to drop down into a low squat and come back up again, drop down into a low squat and come back up again. Now please remember, if you need to be mindful of your knees, how far you go down very much is up to you. The key is body position and more importantly this tailbone, yeah? If you're going to come all the way down, make sure you can flick up and get that arse nice and high in the air with the tailbone, keeping that chest lifted, keeping that tummy tight as you can, all right? So it's down, up, Even if you're only coming down a small fraction, yeah, make sure it's all about the bum. It doesn't matter on the range of movement, it just matters how you carry that body, okay? So if I'm going to be here, that doesn't look quite so good. Think strong chest, tailbone lifted, chest pulled up and shoulders back. Drop yourself as far as you need to and really push that arse up in the air, okay? So, let me just remind you what we're doing. We have forward, back, hands, lift, shake your tail feather, drop, lift, then she comes back in with Santa Baby. So you're going to stand yourself up and give those shoulders a nice wiggle. And then of course, hurry down the chimney tonight comes again. So you're going to take your leg that's closest to the audience, place your toes on the chair, okay? If you are wearing heels, just be mindful that you don't catch yourself. But ideally, you want your toes on the chair. You're going to take your fingertips, the back hand will just be placed out the way. You're going to wiggle your bum as you do this, but the same as before, hurry down the chimney, and then when you hear the word tonight, stroke up, okay? I'll show you that all together one more time, and then we'll do it with the music. So we're here. Yeah? We have gone forward, back, hands, lift, shake your tail feather, drop, lift, bring it in for Santa Baby, toes on, hurry down the chimney tonight, stroke up, yeah? And this bit is your cue, again, to kind of reveal that leg, reveal the stockings or the tights or whatever you've got underneath, and just flash a bit of skin if you've got any to flash. All right? Guys, let's put the music on from the very beginning, and we're going to do it up to that point. baby, so hurry down the chimney tonight. So baby, a 54 convertible to light blue. I'll wait up for you, dear. So baby, so hurry down the chimney tonight. Okay, let's move on. So, we have just put our toes up on our chair. We've done our hurry down the chimney tonight. Now your legs are about to get another good workout, okay? We're going down again. So the leg comes off, okay? You squat down into your chair. You twist your chair round, okay? And then you push into a tabletop to come up, okay? Let me show you that again. So, you're here, the leg comes off, you squat down. Now I instantly place my back hand on the chair and my front hand on the frame, and I pull it to its side, just to make it a little bit of a smoother transition. See what works best for you and the chair you're using and the flooring. I then take myself into a tabletop and come on up, okay? So from there, what you're going to do is exactly the same. You're going to step over your chair, but this time you're facing your audience, okay? Now you're going to snake down onto your chair, but I want you to do it in a way where it's like, you know, like the old movies where it's like daydreaming, okay? So as you come down, I want you to really kind of sort of look up into the skies if you're kind of daydreaming, and just really snake yourself down onto your chair, okay? Maybe you need a couple of drinks to kind of practice that bit, I don't know. From there, you're then going to just rest your chin or the edge of your face on one of your hands and just sort of continue to daydream, okay? She then says, missed. So she's talking about, think about all the fun I've missed. Now when you hear that word missed, you're going to hear a bit of a strong beat coming straight after. Now what I want you to do at that point is I want you to take these and I want you to give them a real good, yeah? Do you want me to show you that again? I bet you do. So think of like them annoying horns, yeah? That's the sort of noise that the track makes. And obviously, rather than you sit there and kind of squeeze your own boobs, I want you to kind of give them a real good, you know, a real good shove up in the air, a bit of cheek there, okay? These are the days when you don't want to put a good sports bra on, all right? Because you need them to move about a bit. So keep that in mind. So we've just floated down, stargazing, daydreaming as we come down. We then rest on our hand, continue our stargazing, and then when you hear that word missed, get those boobs, shove them on up in, okay? Then she talks about all the fellas that she could have kissed. So we're going to move on in, after we've given our boobs a good old honk, you're going to take your hands, you're just going to place your elbows on your chair, you're going to rest your hands, okay, on your fingertips. And again, you're kind of just going to sort of daydream while you're doing this. But what I want you to do is while you're daydreaming, because she's talking about all these fellas she could have kissed, I want you to lick your lip, the top lip, from one side back to the other. Now while you're practicing this, you may find you want to keep your Vaseline nearby, all right? Just to stop them from getting sore from all the licking you're going to be doing. But ultimately, you're going to have your hands on here, and while you're kind of daydreaming, you're going to, yeah, thinking about all that taste on your lips. You know what I'm talking about. Then what you're going to do is you're going to take your hand, after she says the word kissed, you're going to blow your audience a kiss and then take your arms and wink. Okay, remember this is all about the cheek behind the track. So let me go through that a little bit again. You've brought yourself down, you've daydreamed, you've heard the word missed, so you give them boobs a good ah, yeah. Come straight onto your hands, you lick those lips, you blow a kiss at your audience, and then just literally cross your arms, rest them on the chair, and give the audience a good wink. Let me put that section together again from the last Santa Baby, just to refresh your memory, and then we'll get some music on. So, back to turning your chair to the side. We are here, yeah? We've just come up, leg comes off, we squat down, we turn, we push up, we throw our leg over. We bring ourselves down in a daydream and hold. We wait for that cue word, ah! Give those boobs a good squeeze and a lift, yeah? Straight here. Lick those lips, kiss, wink. Let's do it with music from the very beginning. Here we go.
Think hurry down the chimney tonight. Think of all the fun I've missed. Think of all the fellas that I haven't kissed.
Okay, so just remember, keep rewinding that little section and keep repeating that section with or without the music as much as needed until you're ready to join me for the next lot of moves. Okay, so let's move you on to the next bit, and this is the final bit of section 1 of this routine. Now, there are 2 options available for this because we're going to go for a leg swing over the chair. But I appreciate that not everybody will want to do that and not everybody will have a great chair for that, okay? So we've got 2 options available. So let me teach you the option 1 first without the leg swing over the chair, and then we'll move on to option 2 for those of you that want to join me. So what we're going to do, we are here, yeah? We just licked our lips, we've blown our audience a kiss and given them a wink. We then bring ourselves up into a nice tall frame. We just stroke down past our knee, come up. Down past our knee and come up. Now, how you push your shoulders, you know, across the body really does matter, okay? Again, don't fold, don't sink into the spine. Keep that body nice and tall. Yeah, think about you're working the body, you're working the muscles, you're working on your posture, everything, yeah? Keep it nice and tall and just literally push that shoulder forward. Let that hand slide down. It won't go much further than past your knees unless you've got really long arms. I don't have that problem. You'll then come back up and you'll do the same. Push that shoulder forward and come up again, okay? Now, the first alternative to the leg swing that I'm going to teach you is from there, you then take your chair, okay? You push it away. You then take your leg, step to the side of your chair. You bring yourself up and just instantly pivot on the spot to sit yourself back down on the side. Okay? Let me show you that again. From here, down, up, down, up. Chair push, step to the side. Bring yourself up and turn as you do, and then sit down. But you do want to sit right on the edge of your chair, okay? Now let me just show you that one more time at the side, in case you're having a little bit of trouble seeing what I'm doing with my body and my legs. So I just want to see if changing the angle helps at all. So we just down, up, down, up. I take my chair, I push away into a tabletop, I take my leg, I step across the chair, put my foot beside the chair, switch my hands over, bring myself up and twist as I do, and sit myself straight back down again, but on the edge of the chair, okay? So, if you need to, at this point, just stop, have a few practices of that, put that together, make sure you can do that move, and then come and join me for the next little bit, which I'm going to do now with you. Okay, so you sat yourself back on the chair, and I've told you to sit yourself right on the edge. Now what you're going to do is you're going to hide your 2 safety arms. So this arm is now going to tuck, and my elbow is tucked away into the chair back. This hand is now hiding by holding the underneath of the chair down by my bum, okay? From here, I'm going to lay myself back so that the chair takes the majority of my spine. I'm really going to have to work and engage my body here to work as a team because my shoulders are going to be unsupported, the lower part of my body is going to be unsupported, okay? So this is where your core should get a good workout if you're doing it properly. So my safety arms are in place, but they're hidden. I'm going to pull myself back chair, and as I do, I'm also using my arms to slide my bum off so that the majority of my spine is supported. As you can see, my shoulders are hanging off and my lower body's hanging off, but my core is solidly engaged to support that body. I'm going to drop my head because I want to look more elegant, looking like I'm standing up here, yeah? So I'm going to drop my head, and then going to flick, flick, have a little flutter, pull myself up, and as I do, I come up with my Santa baby, okay? Let me turn to the side, the other side, so that you can see what that looks like from behind, because that might help you see what my hands are doing as well. So now I'm going to completely turn around, okay? So, I've just come down, I've come up. I've come down, I've come up. I've pushed myself into tabletop. I've stepped over my chair. I've twisted myself around, and I've brought myself on the edge of my chair. My safety arm is in place, hiding away from the audience. My other one has now just been tucked in place as well, hiding away from the audience. As I bring myself down onto the chair, I'm also using my arms to slide my bum forward because I need the core of my spine supported on the chair, okay? I drop my head, I flick, I have a little flutter. I use my core and my chair to pull myself back up again. But as I do, because as you can see, I'm going to fall off the chair. As I do, I come up into my Santa baby. All right? Guys, quite a bit there, okay? But you can do it. You can do it. The other thing is, if you don't want to go back so far on your chair, you don't have to, okay? So remember, you're in control of how far you go back. So if going the whole way back is not where you want to be yet, keep your safety arms in place, bring the shoulders back, lift that chest so you don't hunch in the body, bring yourself back as far as you're prepared to, flick, flick, flutter, come on up. And that will look just as elegant as long as you're getting the good and correct body posture. All right. Key is not to hunch. Lift that chest, lengthen that core. Okay, so just remember that, safety first. Only go back as far as you're comfortable to go back. What I want to do is I want to put that section together once without the music, and then we'll add that into the music so you can see how that fits in, and then I'll show you the alternative with the leg swing, okay? So, we have slid down, come up, slid down, come up, take the chair, tabletop away, step to the side, come up and turn as you do. Bring yourself down right on the edge, sneak those safety arms away, take yourself down and back. 1, 2, flutter, come on up and straight in to a Santa baby so you don't fall arse on the floor, okay? Fab. Guys, let's put the music on. Let's do it from the very, very beginning with the music, and you can see how that alternative to the leg swing fits into the music. Here we go.
Baby Santa baby, I want to. Santa baby, just flip the table under the tree for me. Been an awful good girl, Santa baby, so hurry down the chimney tonight. Santa baby, a 54 convertible to light green. I'll wait up for you, dear Santa baby, so hurry down the chimney tonight. Think of all the fun I've missed. Think of all the fellows that I haven't kissed. Next year I could be just as good if you check out my Christmas list. Santa baby, I want to. Santa baby, just flip the table under the tree for me. Been an awful good girl, Santa baby, so hurry down the chimney tonight. Santa baby, a 54 convertible to light green. I'll wait up for you, dear Santa baby, so hurry down the chimney tonight. Think of all the fun I've missed. Think of all the fellows that I haven't kissed. Next year I could be just as good if you check out my Christmas list. Santa baby, I want to.
Well done, guys. So, your 2 cue words for your single kicks, and I'll just show you where I'm talking. When you're here, whether you're back here, yeah, or whether you're all the way down, your 2 words are Christmas list, okay? Christmas is 1 kick, list is your 2nd kick, then your little flutter, and then you come on up, okay? So, that is all of section 1 with the alternative to the chair leg over swing. For those of you that want to have a look at the chair leg over swing, I will show you that bit next. For those of you who want to give it a miss, just keep rewinding this, have a practice as much as you want to, and then come and join me for section 2. Okay, so for those of you that want to have a look at the leg swing over the chair, I'm going to go through that with you now, and then we will put that to the music as well and do that all the way from the very beginning, so that then you can have a look at which option you want to continue on with, okay? So, what we've just done with the others alternative is we have come down, we've come up, we've come down, we've come up. And then they have taken their chair and pushed it away into tabletop. We don't do that. This is where we split, okay? So what we do instead, we take the top of our chair and we use our hip flexors to just lift our knees off the floor just a smidge, okay? And that is just to allow us to then transition a little bit more smoothly. So let me show you what that looks like, okay? So I've just slid down, put my hands on top. I then lift my hip flexors, okay? So my feet are now off the floor, My hip flexors are doing all the work here, as well as some of my core. I'm then going to extend that leg and pivot round, and again my feet still haven't touched the floor. Okay, now because your back is away from the audience, if you do hunch slightly to allow that pivot, it's not so bad because it won't be as seen. But ultimately you still want to try and keep a nice tall body, okay? And you want to think about not leaning back on the chair too far, because if you start to lean back too far when you're swinging that leg, what you can potentially do is tip the balance of your chair, okay? So, let me show you that again. We have down, up, grab, lift, extend, and pivot. From there, we just continue with the others. Flick, flick, flutter, push on up, and bring yourself up for Santa Baby, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn my chair round now so that you can see what that looks like from different angles, so that you can really grasp what it is I'm trying to show you. So let me do it on the side. Down the knee, up. Down the knee, up. Hands on my chair, hip flexors up. Extend that leg, pivot, drop. Flick, flick, flutter. Come on up. Santa Baby the finish. Okay? Now, guys, what I'm not doing is making my lower body do all of the work. What you might not be able to see from the first two angles is my arms are working just as hard. My biceps are actually getting quite a workout because I'm relying on them to help me pivot on the chair and also push me back up, okay? So I'm now going to turn completely away from you and show you that again from a different angle so that hopefully you can see just how much the arms are working as much as the body, okay? But I must stress, don't forget those safety arms. Make sure they are in place, okay? Not only to keep you safe, but if they are in place, they will help you transition with the move properly. So here we go, I'm going to show you from the reverse now. So we're on our chair. I've come down, I've come up. I've come down, I've come up. My hands are on top of my chair. I'm using my arms and my shoulders to lift my hip flexors, okay? And then from there, extending my leg, I'm using my hands to keep my upper body in position, and I'm using my arms to help me pivot round, okay? They're now in safety mode. I'm using them to help me slide my bum through the chair as I'm coming down, so that the majority of my spine is protected. Flick, flick, flutter, and then I'm using my arms again, both arms, to push myself back up without pulling myself on the chair, so that I can Santa Baby it back up again. All right? So do practice this as much as you need to, just on its own. It's not a chair trick, okay? But trying to master a nice elegant swing without the body collapsing, without the chair wobbling, all that sort of thing, it just takes a little bit of practice. So if you haven't done it before, just stop and have a little practice, okay? What I'm going to do now is I'm going to put the music on back at the very beginning, and I'm going to dance the routine up to the very last Santa Baby, so that you can now see where that leg swing comes in to the routine, all right? So remember, this bit is not the alternative, okay? This is the leg swing. The alternative was the section just before. Here we go.
Santa baby, just flip a table under the tree.
section 1. Thank you very much for joining me. I look forward to joining you for section 2.
Santa baby, just slip a sable under the tree for me. Been an awful good girl, Santa baby, so hurry down the chimney tonight. Santa baby, a 54 convertible to light green. I'll wait up for you, dear Santa baby, so hurry down the chimney tonight. Think of all the fun I've missed. Think of all the fellows that I haven't kissed. Next year I could be just as good if you check out my Christmas list. Santa baby, I want a yacht and really.
So that brings us to the end of section 1. Thank you very much for joining me. I look forward to joining you for section 2.
Santa baby, just slip a sable under the tree for me. Been an awful good girl, Santa baby, so hurry down the chimney tonight. Santa baby, a 54 convertible to light green. I'll wait up for you, dear Santa baby, so hurry down the chimney tonight. Think of all the fun I've missed. Think of all the fellows that I haven't kissed. Next year I could be just as good if you check out my Christmas list. Santa baby, I want a yacht and really.
So that brings us to the end of section 1. Thank you very much for joining me. I look forward to joining you for section 2.